Good morning, good morning. Happy Thursday. Hope everyone's having a great morning and a great trading session so far. I'm a little late, but I'm here. I'm exhausted. I messed up my sleep schedule yesterday, but that's all right. No trades taken yet. Value area high and the point of control are right where price currently is. We are nearing the highs. All right, just created a new high just now. Looking at a 5-minute chart, we are literally just on the way up. Every bar has been green since the open. So I will be waiting until we create some kind of structure below. I don't really trade at the highs and lows. News for the session, we do have medium impact news coming at 9 a.m. and then we have low impact news at 9:25 and 9:30. Good morning, Amelia. How are you this morning? I know, right? Nothing but green. No entry for you unless you got in pre-market. You were just talking about possibly starting pre-market. Would you have gotten it within that 10 to 15 minute range you were talking about? I'll look at something real quick. Looks like this is the only setup I missed and it would have been a loss. I don't think anything else was set up. Nope. The setup started at 7:30. Got you, got you. Oh, you could have bought at 8.15. Are you possibly going to start the pre-market stuff, or are you still just going to kind of wait and look at it for a while before you start? You might have to. Yeah, especially because when we have some of these days like today where it just goes, there's almost no way to get an entry. It's kind of crazy how I can see the whole range though on the 5-minute chart. Let's see. Only about 190 points. Yeah, well, before we just created a new high in the last 5-minute bar. Good morning, Diego. How are you this morning? Do some replay, see how it works out for me. Got you. It just keeps going with no pullback. Yeah, because the trend's way better than Nasdaq. So if Nasdaq's trending, I know that thing is. All right, another new high. I forgot to. That's what I meant to do. I don't even think I can. No, I can't. Hold on, I need to see. I was trying to see if I'll do it on a 1-minute chart. If with this footprint indicator, it can map out the previous day's value area high and low. Show volume profile, show previous volume profiles. Let me see what that looks like. Although trail kicks in, almost thinking of switching to a fixed TP and this. What was the error that you got? Sorry, y'all, my charts are frozen for the moment. Why is it frozen for so long is the question. Oh, there we go. This doesn't even show the previous. Hold on, let me go warm some water up real quick. Alright, sorry, I'm back. I'll post it on Discord so you can check it later. Okay, cool. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how this thing shows historical volume profiles, because I don't see it. Only thing I see is the current profile. And I have it to say show historical. So I don't know about that. I don't know how they're, I don't know. I just wanted to see if it would work. Oh, great. I'm actually behind. I normally don't eat this early, but my stomach is bothering me. And my mom's coworker from Colombia brought her these Colombian crackers. It tastes like normal crackers to me, but whatever. Um, just made you distracted to trade now. I'm sorry. So you ended up losing because of it? I thought it was just that you didn't get all of your profit. Oh yeah, I totally understand then. That's definitely not fun. Just try to make sure you don't go on tilt from it. Although sometimes the hardest thing to do is to stay sane when it's things that are out of your control, like tech issues, because God knows I've had my share of tech issues. My goodness. So trust me when I say I understand. Trust you me. It just ran off, didn't it? Fuck. Well, it would have been a break even, so that makes me feel better. Would have been a break even. I don't even know why I looked down at my cheat sheet anyway. There's only one option for this, literally, for this pullback, the deep pullback 586 versus 303. For that particular pullback, it's literally only one volume in order flow combination. I don't even know why I looked down. I have no idea. That was just stupid. Tech issues already? Not for me. Not for me. For Diego. Ended up losing because the stop loss never moved. Oh, okay. I got you. I got you. I got you. Yeah, definitely. Do you think it's Was the open pretty volatile today? 'Cause I literally didn't even get on the charts until probably like 8:37. Just gonna log this trade and chill. Yeah, don't let it get to you too much. Although that's easier said than done. I ate some fruit, yogurt, and granola at like 1:30 in the morning. Now, granted, I didn't fall asleep until like 6. But yeah, my stomach is it's like I feel extremely empty and I don't know how. Because I normally eat dinner. Well, actually, I just answered my own question. Basically, I ate my meals backwards yesterday. That's why I feel so hungry. So I didn't even eat dinner until like, well, I ate my first meal at like probably 8 o'clock p.m. But I ate dinner. So I ate my second meal at like 1:30 in the morning, but it was fruit and granola and stuff. So that is likely why I feel super empty. Will definitely be why. That will be it. All right. Well, I'm glad I won that trade. I was about to hit the break even button. I don't know if you guys can see, but the delta just magically turned positive right as the bar closed. It was like the delta was negative like I don't know, maybe like 15 or something. And then right as the bar closed, it went to positive. But I got a win out of it, which is cool. I don't know if I'm going to take any counter trend trades today because my counter trend pullback earlier would have lost, as well as the one counter trend divergence setup that I've had so far. So I'm probably going to sit out of counter trend trades today? Question mark. I don't. Yeah, probably. And then once I journal, I'll be able to determine like if all right, yeah, those would have lost, but if I took every setup, I would have been able to make the money back. You're usually starving the next day if you eat late at night. Really? I'm usually not. Well, I intermittent fast pretty much every day. Sometimes I might go like 10 hours instead of 8 because sometimes if I know I'm going to take a pretty long nap, I will eat like a protein bar like around maybe 12:30 or something, but then I don't end up finishing my like eating for the day until maybe like 10:30. Um but most of the time I am doing, 16 and 8 as far as the intermittent fasting goes, but I normally will eat my last meal like around 10:30, but I usually don't break my fast until about anywhere from 10 anywhere from 2 to 4:30. That's usually when I break my fast. And then I'll have my last meal at 10:30, and I only eat 2 meals a day. And then I'll usually go to bed at like anywhere from 2:30 to 3:30 in the morning. So, I give myself a few hours to digest the food. I don't really eat super heavy foods anyway, but normally if I eat my meals backwards like that, I will be very hungry. Very hungry. So, all right, so this would be an entry there, but again, I'm not taking anything counter trend right now. Yeah, see, there's the loss. And these are like weird losses too, because I literally just looked over this last night and I don't even think that setup has any losses yet. Now, this is the consolidation zone here, which I still don't really know if I want to trade inside of it, but normally if I trade inside of it, I'm going to, take trades off the bottom or the top, which this would be the bottom of it. But yeah, with the way the counter trend trades are going today, no point. No point in holding myself. 3, 7. Change my 18. This was an isolated case today. This issue happened in the past, but my stop loss was already in profit. This was the first time yeah, if it's something isolated, I don't think you should change up what you're doing then. Because isolated tech, as long as when you're journaling, you remind yourself that it was a tech issue and not count it as a loss as far as like in your data, then you're good. You can't really base things off of isolated issues like that. Shit. That went fast. I don't even know if I would have gotten filled. Yes, I would have gotten filled. I missed this sale right here. This is why I need to figure out if I'm gonna care about these levels or not. Because trying to change the colors of them and all of that, that's what made me miss that sale right there. Easy peasy sale at that. This is what the inside of that looks like. This bar right here is where it would have came and tapped me in. Real quick win right there. Damn. And for this trade, whether I count the value area high as a level or not, it would have worked out because of where the point of control was, volume being low, sellers were in control, so it's a continuation, low volume on the pullback. As you can see, 1.4K, 6.3, so it was a very shallow pullback. It was like a very perfect setup there. All right, let's see what the next pullback looks like. It would have been such a nice trade. I don't even, let me see. It would have TP'd in like 2 seconds too. Close of that bar was 917.02. The TP would have been like somewhere around here. 917.04. I mean, just perfection. And I missed it. That's all good. All right, so we have a speaker at 9:25, so I'm gonna stop at 9:23, and I'm probably just not gonna restart until 9:32, so it'll be a pretty decent stretch. All right, we stalled there too long. Let's see, streamers need to disconnect. I wonder if that could be an issue, but normally if a disconnection is the issue, you should hear it, and it doesn't sound like he's hearing the whatever the prompt is that tells you when Ninja disconnects, which that can be an issue sometimes though. I know I've had it happen to me before. Not while I'm in a trade, thank goodness, knock on wood, but I have had that problem before. Do you copy trade? Yes, I always copy trade. You'll probably never not see me copy trade. Even when I start back trading my PAs and stuff, I'm gonna always copy trade, and this is the reason why. To me, personally, if I have a strategy that has edge, I have the data to back up that edge, and I'm not just trading with discretion, and I'm also not, I have the psychological aspect of trading intact, where I'm not going on tilt just because I'm seeing red and things like that. It's good for you to copy trade, especially when you're limited on time. Now, if I had, let's say, 20 PAs or something, I don't know, maybe I would split them into 2 groups of 10, trade one in the first 30 minutes, trade the other in the last 45 minutes, maybe, of my session. But to be honest with you, for me, it's an all or nothing thing. It just makes no sense from my standpoint to not copy trade unless you don't have edge and you're trading with discretion, or you go on tilt. If those things are not in play, why not copy trade? If your strategy is just not working in the market, especially also if you have good risk management, right? I'm only risking $150 per trade, which is about, well, on a fresh account, it's about maybe 7 to 8% of my account. Now, obviously, if I was on a personal account, I wouldn't risk that much in my account, but we're talking about props here. I do think you should still have good risk management in props. However, I do not think that you should have the same level of risk that you would have in a personal account. I do think that you should risk more in props than you would a personal account. But yeah, copy trading is just what makes the most sense to me. Good morning, Paul. How are you this morning? Good morning, Payne. How are you this morning? I'm well. For one day, hopefully, my realistic goal is 250K a year. I think 250K is great money, especially when you don't have to punch a clock for it. And if you're not, spending 12 hours a day on the charts to do it, shoot, listen, that is great money. At 250K, I'm quitting my job, period. You're welcome, Pred. Yeah, I think I understand why people don't copy trade. I understand why people do copy trade, right? I think that you just have to do what makes the most sense for the data that you have that supports the way that you trade. Because, yes, you do have to factor in bad days, right? But we should also be limiting our bad days so that it's not hard to recover from. Seeing people lose accounts in one trade is a little insane to me, especially when it's DCAing involved and it's like it's very clear as day you are just on the wrong side. Just accept the loss. You could have accepted the loss $5,000 ago or $2,000 ago. You know what I mean? So I guess that's another aspect. As long as you're okay with being wrong, which a lot of people are not, then I also think that it's very safe for you to copy trade. I think once you get to a point where you're getting consistent payouts and stuff, you should be saving a certain portion of your payouts for rebuilding, just in case you do, if you copy trade, you do blow all of your accounts at once because you've gone on a streak of losses, not losing everything in one go. I think that's just the dumbest thing ever, personally. Not it said you need to find your edge. Listen, ChatGPT will get you together. So when you put the trades into ChatGPT, did you load like a CSV file? Did you load pictures of your entry and exit? Like, what did you do? Not ChatGPT don't like your strategy. All right, we're gonna wait like 4 more minutes. So far today, though, would be a negative day because I can't count the trade that I actually won because it was invalid technically because of the point of control changing at the last minute to positive delta, and I was getting into a sell. But yeah, I should be -1 trade right now because like I said earlier, both counter trend setups lost, and then we had the trend pullback, that one that I missed, trying to change the colors of my lines to indicate where value area high and point of control was at the time. Yeah, so I should be negative one trade right now, which is not bad to me. Not bad at all. So that would be like 300 plus. I'd be down like maybe $200. But yeah, I have to figure out what I'm gonna do about the value area levels. Oh, we didn't even reverse there. All right, here's news, natural gas, 2 minutes and I'm clear to trade. October was bad for me. Now imagine if I was copying my trades. But you loaded a CSV, got you. That you fell out your chair. Oh my God, you're up 979. Nice. How many days in are you on your evals? Did you just restart them like a couple of days ago, right? Yeah, and that's the other thing, Pain. It could be something where, you know, you're copy trading because you're doing well, and then you notice like, hey, I'm not on a good streak right now, and maybe that's when you stop copy trading. It has to be a method to the madness though, right? It can't just be that, oh, I had a bad day today, so I'm gonna stop copy trading tomorrow, because it could just be that your strategy just did not work well for that particular day. Like today, the counter trend trades just did not work well. I think there was a, there was a sell right around here, which it was a counter trend sell off of the middle pivot level that lost. I think as soon as the bar closed, it didn't go but maybe 4 ticks and then it reversed. And then there was another, maybe it was a buy somewhere up in here. On my Renkos, it was a downtrend. I don't remember, but either way, that one lost too. And it's not gonna make me stop counter trend trading. Why? Because I have the data that shows that counter trend trading is just fine. It just, you know, wouldn't have worked for that day. Let's see. Now oh shit. Actually, I'm gonna get out of that. I just realized I looked at the wrong thing. I looked at the volume wrong. Look, thank God I got out of it. I looked at the volume wrong. This is a heavy pullback compared to here. If it was a shallow pullback, so if the volume of this swing was less than 332, that would be a valid trade for me. I just lost commissions there, which is fine. Just my luck, it'll go up. Of course. Yeah, I'm glad I jumped out too. Although that would have just hit the break even in this bar. It popped back down. But at least I got out, because I'd rather get out because I'm not supposed to be in it, technically. All right, so let's look to see. I would rather us push up a little bit more if we're gonna create a pullback here. Unless we pull back kind of deeper. I would actually rather not have a double top in the middle of this, to be honest. All right, well, that removed the double top. Wow, we just went up 60 ticks from my entry, by the way. All right, here's the pullback. 621. Sellers are trying to pull through. It's gonna close with negative delta. And we're pushing towards the high, which means I'm gonna be out of options here. Oh man. You hit your goal a little early this week. Nice. 2 evals and 1 TBT Pro that I'm copying. Great. Nice, nice, nice. On your pro account, are you already at the payout threshold or are you still working on that? You just refuse to trade during New York though. I feel that. Especially with how sporadic it can be with tweets and news and everything else under the sun. No, Janelle, Amelia said earlier that she would have had an entry at like 8:15 this morning, but she didn't trade pre-market. She's not trading pre-market yet. Especially when it moves opposite NQ and ES. Yeah, Dow is it trends pretty well actually. I don't really know why I never liked it. Maybe because of the point value. I don't really know. I don't remember. But I don't know why I would feel that way because NQ is the same way. Kind of. I don't really know. $40 job gets in the way, yeah. I will say it should not take me very long to journal today because there aren't that many reversal bars in today's session. Yesterday was like maybe about 80 something, I think. I guess maybe it is a lot of reversal bars. I don't know. I don't think it's gonna take me that long to journal though. It's better than some of those days a couple months ago. There was days where like in the whole hour and 15 minutes, well, hour and 10-minute session, it was like maybe 30 to 25 to 35 reversal bars total. And I'm just like, what is going on? That was terrible. Terrible, terrible. I need to make sure I take an early nap today because I think yesterday I took a late nap, but then also I was just still so tired. Like I think I woke up about 4 o'clock, but then, so no, I think I took a nap kind of around my normal time, but then around like 7 p.m., I was so sleepy. And I ended up falling back asleep like probably like 7:30 to 9 o'clock on accident. I think that's what screwed me up. That is what screwed me up. Here's the devil. Sometimes they're out of sync, usually on Mondays. That's a good observation. I only have 3 minutes left. I'm trying to see if we're going to stay up here. I think honestly we are. I don't see us coming down and creating any structure down here, which right now, like I said, I don't really even want to trade counter trend trades. But I definitely accept that today would just be a slightly red day of $200 per contract, which to me is not bad at all. At all. Okay, technically. Oh, shit. All right, yeah, that's gonna be it for the day. Well, we ended green. I guess that's all that matters. Green is better than red. But like I said, I should be red for the day, about $200, which still is not a bad day. So I took 2 trades, one won, and broke even, manually broke even on the second one, which ended up, it would have ended up being a break even anyway, since I break even like 20 ticks into the trade. So 2 ticks before the actual TP. But the good thing is we're moving on up in both of the accounts. So at the highest the accounts for both of them have been so far. One of these accounts renews on next Wednesday. So probably possibly starting tomorrow, I'm going to multiply contracts on it, since there's only, yeah, I will, because there's only about 3 trading days left before it renews. So yeah, we're gonna do what we always do, multiply contracts and see what happens from there. Green is green. Yeah. Not you need to make sure this is, please. No. Not until I get off of it. As long as I'm still on it, no. But yeah, green is green. I'll take it. No complaints here. More progress is better than no progress for me. Oh, looks like they added some medium impact news at 2 o'clock. Trump is speaking. And it looks like volatility is probably going to start picking up now that I am out of my session. How nice. But yeah, that's it for me, you guys. I'm going to go journal. I thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Please like the video on your way out if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. But other than that, I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, guys.